Hello everybody. This video is going to be a little bit different today, and it's going to really be about what brought me back to the ranch and why I'm here. Growing up, I really like sports, and I have other passions, things that really are what got me to college. I enjoyed numbers, took me to business, and I always thought growing up, I seen how hard my parents worked, and I thought there was an easier way to make money than owning cattle. So I decided you can have cattle, but that can't be the thing that makes you money. You got to make your money doing something else. So I left the ranch and went to college. Didn't really know if I was going to wind up back home on our family's ranch, but I did go play college football, got my master's in business administration, did some internships, got me into some finance stuff, interested in the stock market, interested in commodities, ended up finding my wife. Her extra schooling took us to a city not too far from home, but far enough that we weren't here very often. And I worked in the commodity broker realm. And lo and behold, it was around a topic of cattle. We mainly had our customer base of producers who fed cattle. A little bit of grain customers, a little bit of spec traders, and your gold and silver and all that, but most of the people we talked to on a day-to-day basis had cattle. And I learned a different side of the cattle industry that I hadn't really learned growing up. We always had cow-calf, actually had dairy farm before that. Cow-calf, learned to raise registered bulls, and just had that cow-calf operation. I didn't understand the feeder industry. But looking back, I have another take on this. I think that the Lord works in mysterious ways. And I apologize that you probably can't see me there, so I'm not going to sit down. The Lord works in mysterious ways. He set all this up. He set all this up. Like every single stone from here to here to here, I hopped and hopped and hopped. I thought I was going here, and I wound up here, back on our family's ranch, and into the financing world around ranching. And my passions seem to be pulled back to where I call home. And thinking back, it's just crazy to think about, but I would not have the financial background. I would have never became a commodity broker had I not gone to that college, had I not, pursued college football. I probably would not have went to a 4-year college. I probably would have went to a 2-year college. Had I not done that, I would have not met my wife. I would have not ended up in that city as a commodity broker. I probably would have ended up just straight at the bank and not had any of the feeder cattle industry knowledge that I do now. And now I was able to create AgriSummit and provide value for more people, but because of that. And there's a lot of ideas we have with that. But that idea isn't just something that just comes to some random person. Part of that was set up. All of that was set up. Now that I say it out loud, all of that was set up. It wasn't my plan, it was God's plan. And he pulled me back to this ranch. I never grew up loving cattle. I thought there's got to be an easier way. I might have 10 cows someday, but there's got to be an easier way. And here I am trying to raise 3 steers direct to consumer to prove that your ranch can be profitable, and it is the way you can make money. You don't have to have that second job. The exact belief that I thought growing up and that took me away from here. Now that I say it, it's crazy. It's the whole idea of everything I'm putting together and trying to push out. That exact truth that I thought was a truth turned out to be fake. And now the real truth is here. And now I'm trying to prove it. I had no plan for this video. I felt called to get on here and talk about this. It's God's plan. What is God calling you to do? Is He calling you back to the ranch? Is He calling you back to your family operation? Or is He calling you out to wherever you call home? You won't see those stones until they happen. But they're happening. And they're happening. Man, and the more I think about it, if I would have never lost weight, had I never went and played college football, I probably would have never got into fitness. I probably would have never lost 85 pounds. I would not probably have had the confidence to get on this camera and talk in front of you, because I would have been, not confident enough. I wouldn't have had the self-confidence to just get on here and talk to a camera. Man, that's God's plan, not mine. Stones are happening. I don't know which one we're hopping on next, but I know it's going in the direction that God wants. Man, God's plan, man.